All right, welcome back, everybody. We're about to hop into the draft, and yes, Akashi is indeed playing in the mid lane. So yeah, we're just waiting for draft. Hopefully, it's going to be an exciting draft, and hopefully, we get fireworks on the Rift.
Tommy, what are you looking forward to seeing out of the Saints this game?
I mean, honestly, I'd be surprised to see if Lee Sin gets picked this game, if anything. I haven't seen Lee Sin picked in a while
And it just got buffed. It's buffed on this patch.
for Worlds patch, right?
Yeah, it's not a significant buff, I want to say,
But enough, right?
but yeah, it's definitely a quality of life change.
Yeah, Lee Sin was already playable. Like he was able to be played by someone who's really good at him. These buffs are gonna help him play a bit easier. It's gonna be easier to play
Yeah.
him, and he's gonna be just that tiny bit stronger than he needs to be.
Yeah. All right, and now we're about to get into draft here. So, and looks like Saints opt to ban out the Seraphine for her potent AOE and team fighting utility. But let's see what Fisher counters with here.
I know the bot lane of Fisher is well known for playing the Seraphine. I think they flexed it to mid as well.
Yeah, it's a very good flex pick, and looks like they're gonna be targeting Maddie with who's that? Lilia jungle.
Lilia,
That would be the
that's a
Lilia ban,
signature
yeah.
pick.
We're going to see the Crocodile coming out from St. Clair, banned away from Topo.
I wonder what Bakery Boy's gonna be playing if he can't access that Renekton though.
Yeah, that's interesting to me. I figured they would be picking up the Renekton in this lane, but I'm sure Saints have a lot of surprises waiting for us.
And I'm pretty sure that Aurelia ban is targeted towards Akashi because he's very well known for his Aurelia as well.
He is known for his Irelia, yes, but this is technically a flex pick as well.
It is.
Because Bakery Boy can also play in the top lane.
Yeah, he pilots it really well as well.
And Saints opt to ban Nautilus for their final ban in the first phase of draft, and this would be Nautilus.
It's a pretty solid ban. You know,
Lot of CC.
Nautilus has been meta for as long as I can
Yeah.
remember.
Pairs very well with Kaisa.
Yeah, Kaisa, very strong meta AD carry right now as well.
Talia.
Another jungler targeting.
That is a ban for mid lane, I want to
Mid
say.
lane?
I think that's a ban for mid lane, yes.
Didn't they change Talia a little bit ago, where her Q does a little bit of AoE now?
Yeah, so the way it works now is if you use up all of your spots, it'll just throw an AoE Q and it'll replenish that spot.
Yeah, if you can tell, it's been a while since I've played League.
Yeah. No issues here, Tom. No issues. Talia getting banned out, I want to say that's for Akashi.
That's
For
for
Akashi.
sure for Akashi. As
So
Alistar gets picked up first.
No, I don't like this pick from St. Clair. I
It's a-
mean, I get wanting
it's
to pick
like-
the Alistair, but I don't see value in first picking it.
Like, I expect Fisher to counterpick with maybe like a Thresh or something, because Thresh does counter Headbutt Slam or Headbutt Pulverize from Alistair very well, if he can time it correctly.
I also would not be surprised to see a Poppy pick up.
Looks like we're going to have a Maokai pick here. I'm pretty sure you can still play that
You can play it anywhere.
support top in the jungle, right?
You would mostly see this jungle. This pick
Jungle?
would mostly be going jungle.
Most likely, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of people nowadays that play Maokai top. I mean,
Ooh,
Topo does.
this is a interesting pick. Ziggs. He's going to be flex probably mid and bot.
Yep, this
He
is
played in both lanes.
Yeah, this is another flex pick coming out of Fisher College here. Ziggs is well known for his ability to push towers. It's one of his
Gonna
strongest
expect to
points.
see a jungle and ADC pick here to finish off their first drafted phase from St. Clair. It looks like we have Sejuani because I don't know, because there's still a possibility that that Fisher can draft Trundle here as well because he's not banned yet.
Trundle is alright, yes, but it doesn't do anything to Alistar.
No, to counter Sejuani.
Yeah, it's good into Sejuani, but it's not something you would pick just to counter
Yeah.
one champion.
I mean, Sejuani, you want either a melee mid or a top laner to link up with it. As we see the Jace, which is also a flex pick, could be played mid or top. What do we think about the Jace pickup?
I think it's a comfort pick for St. Clair. They've been playing well on it recently. I like the pick. I think there's not many other better picks here.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to match the Ziggs long range poke with Jace. But I don't know if they can match up very well because Ziggs can poke more consistently than Jace can because he's on a cooldown every so often.
Yeah, I think Jace fills a different role than Ziggs though.
I think giving the Jace to Fisher with that comp would be very deadly. So I think they have to take it away as well. As you get
Ooh.
Tryndamere in the top lane.
Now that's an interesting pickup.
That is a
That
very
is not
interesting
something
pick.
I was expecting from Fisher. Especially knowing who their top laner is, I was not expecting that.
Yeah.
Topo is their top laner, at least on paper that's what it was, Topo. And he is a well-known tank player in the scene. He's one of the best tank players going. Known for his Poppy, his Ornn, any tank pretty much. Sees a Tryndamere this game. Be interesting to see what he can get done on that.
He probably feels confident to pick a carry top laner because he has possibly a tank jungler, so that's why he's opting to pick a carry top laner.
There's a chance, yeah.
Yeah. But getting into the second phase of draft, we have a Vladimir ban from Fisher, which is... I don't know how to feel about that.
That's a ban targeted towards Bakery Boy.
Yeah.
Bakery Boy?
Yeah.
On the top lane.
I'm not sure if it's a good ban out of Fisher, though.
Tristana banned away.
Tristan is a solid ban. There's not really too many pairings you're worried about with Tristana, though, so I wouldn't hate to see a support ban here instead.
It looks like Fisher's going to be banning Kaisa, targeting towards Hakai is his name, right?
Yes, that would be a ban towards Hakai.
Kaisa does still pair very well with Alistar as well.
As we see St. Clair with the final ban, the Pykel Jackson.
Hey, Pyke is
Off
a
the
spicy
table.
pick, but
Pyke
we
would-
won't be seeing it.
Pyke would have been a pretty good pick here because Ziggs can play pretty safe in lane, and Pyke
Yeah.
can just go influence around the map.
Yeah, I like this ban out of St. Clair. It really forces them to pick something that's not able to make as much impact. Although you could see a Bard come out
I
of
was
Fisher.
gonna say Bard seems if you want a roaming support, Bard's the player. They pick a
Bard.
Senna,
Ooh.
a long range ball lane. I feel like that's a support Senna with the Ziggs ADC.
Now, this makes me think, what are the chances that Ziggs is still going mid here?
Yeah, because usually when you play Senna, it's usually with the melee like counterpart as well.
Not always. I think Senna, as of late, you don't really pair with melees just because
More
melees.
double range.
Yeah. You would pair it with stuff like Ashe.
It looks like we're going to be seeing the Azir pick from Akashi here. So we're seeing a bunch of shuffles.
Yeah, we're looking forward to Azir getting in the business here. Akashi diving in on the Azir. We're looking forward to seeing the big walls as we see the Ashe also being locked in by St. Clair here.
Yeah, I feel like St. Clair needed another form of engage outside of shuffle and Sejuani engage, as well as headbutt pulverize from Alistar.
I do think Ashe fits that role.
We got a Wukong. Why do we have a Wukong? Where's
Now,
this Wukong going?
That
It's probably
Wukong is
top
going to be
lane.
jungle maybe, and we're going to see maybe a Maokai top lane here.
I don't know how I feel about
Actually,
Jace
Wukong-
going into Maokai.
Yeah, we
I
could.
I
we could
feel
see either.
it's more optimal for Wukong to go top lane in this situation here.
Yeah, Jace is definitely worse into the Wukong, but I don't see
So is
why
it a
they would
Tryndamere
pick
mid?
Wukong here.
Has
Yes.
to be a Tryndamere mid then. It's a spicy draft.
Yeah.
Not a lot of range coming out of Fisher other than the Ziggs here.
I mean, Senna does have some range, but that's like later on in the game, right?
Okay. I overall think that St. Clair has won this draft. We'll have to see how the game plays out, but I think the overall advantage is in St. Clair's favor off this draft. We'll have to see how that plays into the game, but
I think St. Clair's on a little bit of a timer though with the Senna, but I could be wrong though, because Senna is pretty sure it's infinite scaling. If
the
I do
champion
recall correctly.
never falls off. It just keeps going up and up and up.
But Saints have their own scaling with Azir, which is pretty good. Azir Jace, that's pretty good scaling right there. That's good for pre-team fights, getting that poke out, and then in the team
Yeah.
fight, big shuffle, and that's a team wipe right there.
Yeah, St. Clair has good engage, good siege, good front line.
Yeah, and they also have the Ashe, which is Ashe arrow is always useful. Doesn't matter
Yeah.
if it's the support or the ADC Ashe. No matter what, that arrow is always set up, and it can always find you a pick.
And another additional source to poke with the volley as well.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the volley damage. It's going to be super potent in lane, but as the game progresses, you're going
gets
to want to be
more
watching those
egregious,
enchanted
yeah.
crystal arrows. We're looking forward to seeing what Hakai can do with this Ashe pick. I think that Ashe is one of the most underutilized utilities in the game. I think her ulti is probably one of the best for picking anyone off. So hopefully we can see Hakai hit some good ones this game.
I think we'll see a lot more picks here if the carries of Fisher don't pick up cleanse and opt to take like teleport or heal instead. But who knows? We'll see what they decide to take in terms of summoner spells.
Yeah, I think in the bot lane you could see the heal, you could see the cleanse, you could see either of them.
I think we
but-
might see TP on the Ziggs. Because Ziggs go TP a lot, you know?
Yeah.
So maybe the Ziggs Senna will look to just outrange the ball lane there.
They can try. They can
But the
try.
Alistar, if he gets one good engage, it might be dangerous.
And how do you guys feel about each team's front line versus each other.
As we're getting into game now, I think that St. Clair's front line is much stronger than the front line of Fisher College here. We'll have to see when team fights come around, but level 1, as we're starting out, it looks like we're not going to have too much action. As we see on the map, we're going to have a 5-point coming out of both teams. There's not going to be too much
As the
invading.
Wukong is playing ADC.
Wait, what?
Wukong
It's Zig's
ADC.
mid lane here.
Now this is what we like to call a curved ball, ladies and gentlemen.
This is not
Wukong
something.
sent a bot lane. Now this is something that has been cooking for a couple of years now. Like this is something I've heard of before, but I was not expecting to see it now. I haven't heard of anyone playing this in multiple seasons.
I mean, it's a spicy pickup. I've never even heard of this. So, I mean, do you think the Saints are ready for this kind of matchup in the ball lane, or they're just going to be confused?
I think
like,
they have not scrimmed against anything like this. I don't think they have scrimmed this matchup ever.
What's even more interesting is Maokai opted to take first strike here as his route of choice. How do you guys feel about that?
That means he's going to be going more AP than probably tank, if I had to guess, with a Demonic Embrace or Leandri's build in the first 2 items.
Yeah, you'll probably see the Maokai building up the AP items this game. You won't see him building tank items right away.
So like the AP, like it goes back to like the AP like bruiser kind of style gameplay for Maokai.
Yeah.
Just throw the saplings in the bushes and let them do their job. As we'll see, the Sejuani is going to be pathing from bot to top, as the Maokai is going to be pathing from top to bot. So Bakery Boy is going to be getting a gank, and then the ball lane of Fisher is going to be getting a gank, as it looks like. But things could change.
As you see, just farming up in the early game here. Not too much action these first couple levels. Not a lot of all-ins.
Looks
In this early
like,
game.
sorry, go ahead. Looks like Fisher's bot lane is going to have a little advantage in getting level 2 first, though. As we see, both top laners just hit level 2, but they decide not to engage on each other right away.
Ricky, you are a top laner.
Yep.
What do you think of this Jace Tryndamere matchup?
I think this matchup is very dependent on who makes the mistake. I can't really see from here, but if Jace has Phase Rush, I think Jace should be able to survive almost any time the Tryndamere goes in on him. But one mistake, and this Tryndamere could start rolling over top lane. So hopefully we see Bakery holding his own up here. So far, so good. Up a little bit of CS, got the wave pushing. One thing I want to mention in the bot lane is that we wouldn't expect the Wukong Senna lane to get prio, but Alistar, as we see a gank coming in the mid lane here, Maddie jumping forward on the Ziggs, not able to get him CC'd. He's just going to back off here. No flashes burned. Just a little pressure coming off the jungle from St. Clair here.
It's a good trade, but Matty has not cleared any of his topside camps, so he's going to be behind on tempo a little bit. They did get a bit of damage in the mid, but that's not really going to be too much for them. As the Maokai is going to be pathing bot, he's finished the full clear, going to get that Scuttle Crab and maybe look for a gank bot, maybe even a dive.
I don't know if they can look for a dive, but the St. Clair bot lane is relatively healthy. Well, they are pretty much at full HP at this point. So I'm pretty sure that they're just going to look for Scuttle Crabs and maybe reset and look for a gank on the opposite sides of the map, potentially.
Yeah, that could be the case. You know, as Ricky said, in this Jace Tryndamere matchup, once the Tryndamere, if he gets ahead, it's very hard for Jace to play the game. So maybe they want to look to get him ahead as far as possible. But right now, everyone's just chilling, farming up. Sejuani's top, Maokai's bot, but Maokai back, so we won't see any fireworks as of right now. No 3v3s.
I noticed that Bakery Boy opts to get the call unless he already started off with it. I'm pretty sure he just got it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he picked up the call on recall there, because if he had it at the start, it would have less minions to cash out on. As you can see, it just started, so he just recalled for it.
Yeah, so he's expecting this to be farming for quite a while. And as we see little trade here at the bot lane, as well as top lane as well, but looks like nothing will come out of either exchange.
So both junglers are topside, so Sejuani's heading to top right now. Maokai's going to be there soon. Can they maybe find a gank on this Tryndamere?
I don't think they're going to look for this play. There's too much minions under Bakery Boy's tower here.
Yeah.
And he's a little bit, little low on mana as well. So I don't know if that engage was a good idea as well.
This was something I was gonna mention. I don't know if I particularly like the Kobai in this lane because an early tier the Goddess is super good on this lane because you run out of mana a lot in this lane because Tryndamere has almost infinite sustain. He's always gonna heal up your poke. So in my opinion, if you're gonna play the scale game, sure, Cull's fine, but I also think tier is just better at this stage in the game.
Because Miramana is a really good item on Jace as well.
Akashi does have almost a 10 CS lead in the mid lane, which is always good. You like your Azir scaling. As Matty is bot for this gank. The Wukong went in. He doesn't have a way to get out.
Sketty gonna get the stun off. As we see Maokai coming down to this play now. Potentially gonna see a 3v3 here. Good trade coming out of Bakery Boy here. He's got to be careful though. The Tryndamere is about to hit 6.
But it looks like he opts out to not fight in the minion wave and just opts to let it push into him.
We see a trade coming out in the mid lane here. Ziggs versus Azir. Good dodge coming out of Akashi there.
Tryndamere hit 6. Bakery Boy has to be careful.
Oh, he goes
ghosting. Forces the flash. But while that's happening, Fisher is securing the dragon at the moment as we speak.
Although we see Matty coming into view at the bottom side here. He might be looking for a steal.
Might be too late. Oh!
Matty goes in the pit, looking for the dragon.
Akashi has prio.
I mean, he's just playing to steal at this point. Need to hit the dragon.
And
nice!
He just managed to get the steal.
They can fight this. Huge shuffle.
Big ult coming out of Akashi as they look to chase down the Senna. As we see the Ziggs going in deep for Matty.
He's out of mana though, but he still managed to get the kill.
Is gonna find that kill. He's on the run now though. He's a fugitive.
Oh,
Takes the flash over the wall. He's on the run. He's got people chasing him. Get out of there, Ziggs.
I don't think he has enough mana for a satchel charge here.
He's close. As he is gonna walk out of this potentially. No, not quite. Senna able to get the heal off.
The Wukong could die as well. He has no flash.
Wukong no flash. Alistar combos him.
Nice.
Another kill coming for the side of St. Clair. It's going to be a 3-for-1 for the side of St. Clair.
What a tragic outcome for Fisher. Not only do they manage to get the dragon stolen from them, they also get 3 kills on the side of Saints as well.
Yeah.
Pretty much worst case scenario coming for Fisher College there.
And the wave bot is absolutely massive, so they're going to lose so much off that.
Bakery Boy going to get cancelled here. Potential play coming here as Bakery Boy, no flash on this wave. He's going to have to back off really far here.
And he's going to back into TP, but
really,
Maokai's going to stop
really
it.
smart backing. Really well done by Bakery to back off the tower here and recall.
This gives Tryndamere free access to tower plating here. It gives him a
I don't know if I like this TP coming out of Bakery Boy. There is potential for a dive here still.
But it looks like Boschetti's on the roaming though. He's going to rotate potentially top lane.
Good trade coming out of Bakery Boy here. As we see the Maokai still lurking in the top tri-bush.
I think he's on the Gromp right now because he found an opportunity to sneak that away from Matty.
Yeah, and he's going to walk away scot-free with that.
It looks like both junglers managed to spot each other.
Although maybe not, as we see Matty going in on Devil de Grey here. Flash coming out of Devil de Grey as Jace jumps forward on him. EQ misses wide, but we have a caution coming in. Gets knocked over the wall, but Bakery Boy is able to get that auto off, gets the kill cleaned up. And that's going to be 1-0 in the top lane.
And this should be a free herald for St. Clair as well, since they did just kill Double Dugray, their jungler.
Yeah, and we see that they're going to not have any help coming from the bot side of the map. So this herald should be going to St. Clair pretty much uncontested.
Yeah, I mean, I would say Matty is outplaying Devil the Grey pretty heavily this game. He gets the Dragon Steel into a big team fight and finds him over there, gets a flash out of him, and they pick him up. They get the Herald as well, and that's just going to be a bunch of gold in the pockets of St. Clair.
Yeah, and they're going to be able to make a play next move on the map with this Rift Herald. As we see Boschetti
on the ward,
trying to get a little gank off, but he's on vision. He's not going to have anything here. Probably going to get cancelled too. Oh, as we see the Ash Arrow miss wide. Oh, almost got the red buff with it too, but that would have been crazy.
Can you imagine that happening in 2023?
Yeah, I mean, it's happened before. It can happen again, Tommy.
Malco would be very unhappy if that occurred.
It would be not a good scenario, no. As we see Tryndamere eating forward. Bakery going to get a huge trade off here.
Yeah, Bakery Boy opting to keep his distance and wait for assistance from Matty here. Doesn't want to get too overzealous and engage on Tryndamere.
I mean, I think they're going to play around Akashi a little bit this game. Akashi's super fed.
Oh, looks like
there's a dive.
Looking for the dive.
Potential dive coming out of SA Panther. He pops the ghost, pops the ulti.
He still has a knockback though.
He has to heal here.
Oh,
Ooh,
no,
but
he
it's not
does.
quite
But
enough.
it is not enough to heal him from the tower shot.
Ulti
Oh,
misses wide
no.
from Maddie. Very close ulti. We see what was potentially going to be the play there, but not quite able to make it happen.
I think that's a good play. It's just
It's a
sometimes,
solid play, yeah.
sometimes you miss the ult. It is what it is. It's a good play in retrospect. It works most times, so it's not too bad. But
And
top
that be-
lane, that was a good solo kill. He waited to use the knockback until the ult right now. Played it basically as well as you can.
Yeah, I think maybe you could have seen more of a commitment coming out of SA Panther there with the flash. Potential if he gets the kill there, he lives, but he would have had to crit twice.
Oh. Manny
See
Boschetti
Maddie and
keeping up.
Boschetti taking an invade here. Looks
TP.
like a TP
from
coming
radar.
out of the Ziggs here.
Looks like they opt to disengage though.
Big disengage coming out of Fisher College here as they don't want to take this fight.
St. Clair forced a Cyclone out of Rayleigh here.
Oh,
Looks like they're
no.
re-engaging with the arrow.
Big arrow.
As we see St. Clair marching forward with Akashi here. Not scared of anything. As Asena maybe walking up a little too close for comfort here.
Do they have enough damage? I don't think they do.
Not quite going to go down.
I think they might look to dive this.
I don't think they can dive it where the wave is.
No,
though.
I think it's a good thing. Because
Oh, they have the Herald though, so Maddie's
Yes.
going to drop the Herald.
I was gonna say if they didn't force something
I think
before
Fisher's gonna
Dragon, because it
walk
was a
out here.
minute before Dragon spawn when they forced that fight.
Well, they
If
did get Ziggs TP.
Yeah, if they opted to fight a Dragon instead, they would have been down ultis as well.
As you can see, we're getting plates traded on the bot side and the top side for St. Clair, but Fisher able to collect some in the mid lane on the Tryndamere. Overall, that fight going to be a 1-for-0 for St. Clair.
Yeah. And they managed to get a flash out of Wukong, I think, that fight as well. Plus the
Looks like
TP from Ziggs.
Akashi's back was stopped though. That keeps him in the bot lane for a little while.
Tryndamere eating all of these plates right now. He has got 4 plates off this turret in this time.
He's going to be one fed Tryndamere. That's for sure.
As we see Akashi pressuring this plate on his own. Gonna go
Oh.
for a 2v1 dive here.
I don't know about this.
Gonna get the flash out of tower range, and he's going to live. Ambitious, maybe, but
Yeah. Free dragon,
secures the dragon.
basically, because of that.
I do believe that dragon was free.
I mean, now it's more free.
No, it's,
Now it's a bit
it's gonna be
extra
free now because Senna and Wukong are pretty low from the last fight, so they should reset.
As they're getting
Akashi's
TP'd
back
on
here.
here by
Oh.
Akashi. He's back. He wants vengeance for that. Not gonna make the dive happen though. Able to pick up the free kill. Gonna push out this wave. Gonna pick up this tower. So far, the early game looking really Saints favored. Solid play coming out of the St. Clair Saints so far.
They did lose their mid tower
Ziggs.
to Radar though, mid lane. It's a pretty important tower to lose. That's your first one though.
Yeah, dropping the mid tower early does open up the map for Fisher College, but in order to play the map, they have to have some gold and experience in their pockets, which right now they're behind in every lane on every single aspect.
As St. Clair take the bot turret with Akashi and Maddie splitting the local gold. I think this
Oh.
Maokai might
Looks like
be
Double the Grey
dead.
is
Yeah, this
is trapped
Maokai
here.
is invading solo on his own.
And
Gonna
the
get hit with
arrow.
the Ash Arrow too.
Nice play.
Down goes Devil the Grey, as
I'm-
he is going to take a trip back to base.
He's just trying to do something. His bot lane's getting exploded. They're taking everything bot. He thinks, I'll take a Gromp. That's the play.
Well,
and he
if
gets
you
caught.
look, Maokai is up on CS right now, so he is farming the map pretty well,
Yeah.
but not able to get anything going elsewhere.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they knew where he was because he did walk over a ward as well. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So our next objective coming up is going to be the Rift Herald. I imagine we're going to see St. Clair deploy towards this, put Bakery in the bot lane, let him push on his own.
With the TP, he does have TP advantage over Wukong though, but really can potentially interrupt that that TP though if he has a chance with Cyclone.
Might see an ult coming out from Maddie here? No, not quite. I think
Ziggs
he
has
wants
flash.
this play.
The Senna has no flash, so they could find Senna.
Right now, it is 4v5 on the top side of the map for St. Clair, so... though we do see the Wukong moving back down to the bot lane, so...
I mean,
It's gonna be
Baker
a
having
St.
that
Clair.
TP is huge. Like, he can keep
Yeah.
pushing and TP anytime.
I don't think anyone on the side of Fisher can match Jace in the side lane right now,
No,
so
not even Relic. Even though he has to be, he doesn't have it up at the moment.
I think the best match would be the Ziggs, just because he's able to clear the wave.
Clear, yeah.
But right now, I think this game is all going St. Clair's way.
As they're gonna look to start up the Herald. Fisher does not look like they want to contest. They'll give it up for free. Where do you think they're gonna blow up the map with this Herald?
I
Top lane,
do
mid
believe
lane, or
this
bot
Herald
lane?
will be put mid lane. It would make the most sense to me. If you
Yeah.
open up mid lane, you're able to open up more of the map. You're able to get better vision, deeper vision in the enemy's base. So I think potentially we'll see it on the next drag timer. They're going to open mid with the Herald.
And speaking of Dragon, we do have a Mountain Soul this game.
Mountain Soul is the best soul in the
Very
game,
OP.
Tom.
Very
In
OP.
terms of flat stats for tanks, if I'm correct.
It's the best in flat stats, period.
Period.
It
It's a
is
very
by
strong
far
one.
the best. It
Yeah.
gives you so much additional armor and MR, plus the shield if you make it to soul.
And
It is overstacked.
into the Ziggs Maokai poke, I think it's absolutely
Although
insanely
Ocean Soul
OP.
arguably might be better this game.
Might be. But when there's a full-on fight, the Mountain Soul's just
Yeah.
stronger. Tryndamere.
As we see
Ends up in
Tryndamere
the
going
mid
for
lane.
the Alistar here. Oh, gonna get the dodge off on the knockup. As we see the bot lane of Fisher able to push out this top lane. Gonna get a reset here. Do you guys think we're gonna get a fight at this dragon, or are we gonna see Fisher just sacrificing this one?
Fisher have to stop Saints' win con, which is Dragon stacking. That they're up 2-0 in terms of Dragon stacks at the moment.
I think if Fisher fight this dragon,
As
it's not
we
gonna
see the
go too
Herald
well.
being put down in the mid lane by Maddie here. I don't know if I like this Herald. I think this Herald is early. It's
Yeah.
A little early, yeah.
It's definitely earlier than it should have been put.
They don't get to take the full tower.
We see the Maokai ult coming out, gonna lock up some of the Saints here. Ziggs ult on top of Akashi, gonna do a little bit of damage. The Saints look to gain mid prio here and enter the river as a team and collect vision.
Well, those are crucial ultis being blown out by Fisher just before Dragon spawns as well, which puts him at a disadvantage to contest Soul Point.
Yeah, I don't like the use of the ultis there. If you're gonna commit, you may as well go
all
for it.
the way, yeah.
But now this fight at Dragon, they have no vision, nowhere to walk in. Like, I don't see how Fisher can make a play here. I think
don't-
their only option is to brute force mid or rotate top and
Maokai-
try to trade.
yeah.
I don't think they can contest this dragon because they're a bit too far behind. As there's a fight in the ball lane,
Oh,
Akashi gets flashed.
I think
Ghost
Panther
Storm,
opts
he
to
might go
flash.
down here.
Tryndamere popping both the summoners, gonna pop the ulti as well, gets the flash out of Akashi. I would say that's a worth trade.
That's for
for
sure.
the
With maybe
Tryndamere.
now they can fight the dragon. Akashi
Oh.
picks up the Tryndamere.
I think he died to minions there.
I think, yeah.
Boundaries burned plus minions.
No, I believe that Akashi was in base. The Tryndamere did fade to minions there.
Looks like Boschetti's a little low here.
Big flash.
Flash coming out of the Wukong. Big engage coming out of Fisher.
Maddie with
as
a
he
big
gets
ulti on
blown up.
Maddie with the Glacial Prison.
Big port in from Akashi. Bakery Boy coming up huge in this fight. Able to get two. As we see the Maokai Senna able to walk away from this one, as it's going to be 3 for 1 for the Saints.
Rare does manage to get the shutdown in front.
Although it
onto
looks
Akashi,
like
though.
Devil de Grey still wants to make a move here. I don't think there's anything for him to do.
They have no damage left on the side of Fisher. They're just going to have to give this up.
That's what we thought would happen in the fight. You know, St. Clair is so far ahead. Any fight's basically a good fight as long as they don't get absolutely rolled over. And it was a good fight. They were up. They were up the pick on the side lane somehow. Akashi did die after going, but did make a lot of space, and they just followed up and cleaned up the team fight very well. They get
As
the
you can
free
see, 5-0 on the Jace now for the side of St. Clair. 5-1 and 3 for the Azir. These two carries are very scary for the side of Fisher right now. They have to be very careful because St. Clair's Siege is really good this game. They're able to brute force these objectives if they want to.
Ziggs is also on 2 items, which is, you know, pretty important. You can do a lot of damage. Really good wave clear, so, you know. we're
I
gonna
do
see
believe
what's
these
going on.
items for Ziggs aren't for damage though. One of those items isn't specifically for damage.
Yeah.
It's for against Maddie.
Yeah,
Anti-tank.
pretty much, yeah. The Seraph's Embrace, not going to be doing a whole lot of damage, more or less just for the mana pool.
As we have the Divine Thunder on Wukong, what do we think about that?
I mean, it's what you would build, but at this point in the game, you see the Wukong's just, he's so far behind like the carries of St. Clair. Although he's pretty close in gold with Hakai, he is about an item and a half behind Akashi and Bakery Boy right now. So I can't imagine he's going to be doing too much in these fights. Although I've been proven wrong by Wukong before.
I mean, Hakai is not really the carry at this point of the game.
He's like a second support.
Yeah, he's basically a second support with this Ash arrow. With
Yeah,
his
he's pretty
vision.
much playing Engage.
Yeah, and they just have the Zir and the Jace for the team fighting, and that's who they're gonna be looking to protect with everything they can. You know, the Zir does so much damage if left untouched, and Fisher wouldn't want to let that happen. But St. Clair will try and protect the Akashi as best they can this game.
It looks like Saints have river control here, but
So Bastion's up. Baron's up.
Yeah, Fisher can't manage to get into river at all.
Yeah. It's dangerous. If Alistar finds anyone, it's most likely a pick. They follow up with a
Even Maddie
Sejuani
either,
ult.
or even
Yeah,
Hakai with
Sedge
the Ash
ulti,
arrow.
Ash ulti, all of these engages are going to end up in kills if they land. As we
There's
see a
one of
fight in
them.
the bot lane, Tryndamere going to burn the ulti,
I think
probably
we're
going down
here
here.
now. But looks like we have a fight mid lane though.
Fight in the mid lane, Ziggs ult comes up huge. Big fight coming out of Fisher as they look to push forward on this fight.
They
No
need to kill them
Akashi,
here.
he
They
is
need to
top
kill them
lane
here.
as St. Clair in the mid lane, only going to lose one somehow.
I think that's best case scenario in
Yeah,
this spot.
That's huge.
no shutdowns go the way of Fisher, which is what you want to see if you're St. Clair.
Well, Azir just got like 650 gold for that turret,
Yeah, but-
right? Which is worth way more than
It's
just an
worth more
Alistar.
than the play, yeah.
Yeah, even though they got the pick onto Boscati, they can't posture Baron here with the
cannot.
Akashi up.
They have
Although
no
they can
damage.
posture a gank on Akashi here, as he's going to have to make
gonna one-shot
his
her.
way
Oh
out.
my
As he gets
goodness.
the one-shot onto Sword. Gonna make a play on the Maokai here. Gonna get jumped on
Wukong, no,
by
whoa,
the
he could-
Wukong.
he could kill the-
Wait, no.
Oh
so
my
close.
goodness. Now that was close. Akashi, well done. That was a very close fight, but able to be cleaned up by Ralik on the Wukong there.
I think he should have just saved his ultimate and killed the Senna with just his abilities, and maybe he could have won the 1v3, but still a very good try by Akashi. I think he just didn't expect to do so much damage to the Senna so quick.
As we see another fight in the
looks like
bot
Bakery
lane.
Boy.
Bakery Boy
Oh
just
my.
gonna blow up SA Panther on the Tryndamere here. Nothing he can do about that.
Because he doesn't have his Undying Rage.
Yeah, not quite able to have that ulti back in time. Even if he had it, he wouldn't have changed much.
I mean, Jace, when he gets ahead, that champion on the side lane is unstoppable.
Very impressive.
It's so hard to play into. It's just infinite damage. He can disengage with his knockaway. It's just such a good champion when he's ahead.
And he has really good spacing too against Tryndamere.
And he has the range attacks. You can just poke him out a little bit. Tryndamere is just gonna. He has to be on top of you to do damage. For Jace, that's
A
perfect.
Minotaur Dragon here. Looks like Fisher will have priority over the bottom river.
Yeah, they're gonna have first move on this objective, but this first move is a fake one because they really the only thing they can do here is play for a pick, and I don't think St. Clair's gonna walk up.
And they
with
can't really do
one
that because Hakai has Hogshot in his arsenal.
Yeah.
So they're gonna get spotted out pretty quickly here.
I mean, I think this fight's gonna decide how fast this game ends. If it,
As we see the engage from Hakai coming out onto the Senna, Maddie able to follow it up. Biscotti with a huge knockup. Azir Wall knocking enemy carries back into their team as they're able to pick up 3 free kills in the mid lane before this objective.
that should be a Baron and a Dragon. They might
Here-
start the Baron up first.
Here, yeah, they're just gonna pull the Baron here. They have no reason not to. Ziggs no ult.
Bakery
Okay.
Boy.
I don't know if
Bakery
that's
Boy
the play.
feeling good about this fight. Able
Oh,
to
the
pick up
Zir
ult.
turret! It's not too often.
As he
you
is
see those
feeding
Zir
his
turrets.
mid laner, Viva the Akashi carry, as he now has double-digit kills, 10 CS per minute.
Got the Rylai's.
He's got the Rylai's. That's some Akashi technology.
That's
That one I
unconventional.
haven't seen.
I mean,
Yeah.
it pairs very well with Haunting Guys or. I forget what
The
that item's
Andres.
called. The Andres?
The
Yeah, I'm
Andres,
sorry.
yeah. It does pair very well, and it slows them down unless you get the passive procs as St. Clair get the soul here. Now they're just gonna look to siege and end the game. I think they're gonna 4-1 it, let
Yeah.
Jace be on the side lane. and just-
I mean, they have Soul, they have Baron. They could literally do anything they want right now. They could AFK for 5 minutes, come back, and they'd still win this game.
I don't know about that.
Maybe not, but
Maybe fighting into Elders a bit hard, but even
12,000 gold. Oh no, 10,000
10,000.
gold lead coming out of St. Clair here. They're gonna look to wrap this game up. Probably gonna just push down mid as a unit.
I think Jace has to go silent. They will make life way easier.
Yeah, we're gonna see that. Although it looks like Fisher wants Jace to go to side
Yeah,
here,
they're
as they're
looking for
gonna
a pick.
try and make a play on the Bakery here. To be honest, I don't think they kill him.
I think he can 2v1 them.
I don't know about that.
I think Bakery is able to 2v1 as we see the camera gonna move away from the top lane
Oh,
fight
Mr.
to the
Ashero.
mid lane fight. Engage coming out on the center.
Sword gets popped though.
Gets blown up in the mid lane as this fight top lane gonna come to a conclusion with no deaths. Bakery gonna teleport mid as St. Clair looks to march this one down mid.
And they're going to take the mid inhib here. They're going to look for the bottom inhib as Akashi's moving down to the bot wave and take this bottom inhib as well. And then they're just going to look to end the game as there's a Maokai ult coming in.
Maokai engaging onto St. Clair here. Gonna W forward onto the Jace, get blown up.
They have
Wukong
no
gonna
damage.
go down.
Shuffle.
Huge flash ulti coming out of Akashi, able to push the rest of Fisher back into his team. And this is gonna be game 1 going to your St. Clair Saints.
What a dominant showing coming out of our Saints here. Looks like they're found it, and they do manage to get the kill onto Sword.
I mean, they just started snowballing and they never stopped. Beautiful performance by St. Clair in game 1.
Yeah, shout out to Bakery, man. He
10-0-2.
really put himself on the map here.
Flawless.
Wow.
10-0-2, man.
And
Well
absolute-
played from Bakery.
25-5 on the kills overall. I mean, it's just an absolute stomp by St. Clair. We were expecting a close match, but if St. Clair are playing like that, it's going to be a quick one.
Yeah, that was peak gameplay coming out of St. Clair. They were able to make that game very easy for themselves, able to pick up the Baron, wipe their team instantly, pick up the Nexus. It looked almost too easy for St.
Yeah.
Clair. I don't want to say it, but
I did mention earlier that, what is it? If Fisher don't opt to take cleanse on their carries, they would get engaged on fairly easily, and they did get engaged on fairly easily.
yeah, they were getting engaged on left, right, and center. Maddie able to come in with those engages, was on point except for that one in the mid lane.
We'll
But we
ignore it.
won't talk
We'll
about
ignore
that.
it. We'll
We
ignore
won't
it.
talk about that. Anyways, that's going to wrap up game 1 in your NECC Legends division. St. Clair up 1-0 heading into game 2. And we're going to send it to a break until we get the draft.
everybody to draft of Game 2 between St. Clair and Fisher. That was a pretty dominant Game 1. Let's see if St. Clair can replicate it in Game 2. What do we want to see from the draft here in Game 2?
I think Fisher's gonna try. They're gonna have to try and change their draft. That did not work whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, the Wukong ADC pick, it was ambitious. It caught all of us off guard. It probably caught all of our players off guard, but it didn't work. It didn't work. So I think they're going to change it up here for Game 2.
Yeah, I'd like to see an 80 carry coming out of Fisher this game.
Yeah.
Although we do have word that Fisher has their starting top laner back and potentially a new 80 carry this game.
Yep.
So we'll like to see how those two substitutions will make a difference in this game too.
It looks like we have first
Same
two
ban.
bans pretty much the same so far. Well, we'll see if they opt to ban anything else. Maybe the Azir, because it was very influential in Game 1.
I mean, Akashi on anything is influential. He's
Yeah,
a,
you're
he's a
not wrong.
beast, but yeah, the Azir was quite the problem there. And the Jace too. The Jace was
Yeah,
also a problem.
They have such a deep
huge
champion
repertoire.
pool. Yeah.
Huge repertoire. As we're waiting for another ban coming out.
So we see the Seraphine ban from St.
Lilia.
Clair. Lilia going to be the ban coming out of Fisher again.
I mean, Matty has a good reputation on that Lilia. We did see what he could do with it last year, and it's quite deadly, his Lilia. You know, it's an off-meta pick, but he's perfected it. So it's good to see it banned out, as Poppy gets banned out by St. Clair.
See, now this is a top laner that we would have seen last game banned out, but they had their sub playing. Their player that is playing now is renowned for his Poppy.
It's getting a Aurelia ban from Fisher.
So we're going to have the
That's
same bans
same
coming out of
bans,
Fisher.
yeah.
Because they're not looking forward to playing against any of those champions.
But that leaves up a lot of champions for St. Clair in terms of comfort to be picked here.
Yeah, as we see the Jarvan ban coming out of St. Clair. It's pretty standard this time of the year. Jarvan is in a great spot. He has been for a couple patches, so he may as well get it banned.
I think he's always been in a good spot.
Not always. He's been a team-orientated champion since his release, but he's not always been the strongest.
I mean, with the items now, the Gore Drinker Shojin, he's become very popular as Ashe gets first picked by Fisher College. A real ADC. What do we think about it, boys?
Hallelujah! If I'm
Hallelujah.
Fisher College, I am ecstatic about
Ecstatic.
this pick.
Yeah.
As we see the Ashe being first picked here. Ezreal going to be the hover for St. Clair College. Be interesting to see if they lock this one in.
I mean, Ezreal's a champ you don't see too often. A very hard champion to play. And I mean, if it's played well, it's really hard to play into.
But I wonder what St. Clair's going to pair with that Ezreal, though.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll pair it right away. Oh,
That's
unless they're just
Alistar.
going to blind
They're just
Alistar
gonna
again.
take
I mean, they still have the
Alistar.
option for Nautilus as well, but
Yeah,
they're
I'm
gonna opt with
surprised.
the Alistar.
I'm surprised they don't take the Nautilus here. As we're going to see
Braum.
Braum being picked up, a much safer bot lane coming out of Fisher College this game.
Double Freljord champions coming from the side of Fisher.
That is true. Potentially, we'll see a 5-stack of Freljord champion, the Sejuani.
Sejuani. Oh,
As
they
we
take
can
the
see-
mystical
As well.
tree.
One of the two trees coming out. One pick I do want to see from St. Clair that we haven't seen yet from Maddie is the Ivern. The tree versus
Ivern.
tree violence. Can you imagine?
Oh!
That's what we love to see coming out of Maddie. Gonna be locking in the Ivern here. Just as I was saying it. Gonna have some tree on tree violence, the red oak against the timber.
Do you
Let's see it.
think
Alawi
Maokai
ban.
can potentially go top lane here?
The Maokai?
Nah.
There is potential.
Because
There
there
is
is a couple counters to Ivern as far as I'm concerned. Lee Sin being one of them.
Graves also another huge counter to Ivern. Makes his ultimate.
Pretty much any
Pretty
jungler
much useless.
that can level 2 after red buff right away.
I think invading junglers don't get as much value as junglers that are able to displace
Like
Ivern's
nowadays?
Daisy. I think if you could play something like the Syndra mid,
Yeah, Syndra.
the Graves jungle, Scion top,
Scion
anything
top,
like this,
kick
Oh,
it
it looks
away.
like
Just make-
Fisher do opt to ban the Azir though. Let's see what Akashi pulls out of his hat.
I mean, St. Clair banned
Cho'Gath ban
Ooh.
leading into the Scion pick.
and the Alawi ban. They did not want to see the
that's-
Alawi or the Cho'Gath.
I don't know if I like the Alawi ban though. I feel like that lane isn't as bad as you would imagine it is.
No.
Because
'Cause
the
Science-
Alawi has no mobility. So
Yeah.
every time you hit a slow, you're going to get a fully charged Q on the Alawi.
And
Belveth.
just take up all that damage from Malawi then. Looks like we're about to see a Belveth this game.
So Belveth is one of those
Very
champions that
strong.
you see tearing up the Korean ladder these days. The rank 1 on almost every server is a Belveth player right now because the champion is just that strong. It's a good pick coming out of Fisher College. Gonna be in the jungle almost always, which means we're gonna have
top
Tree versus Scion. If Bakery is smart, he's gonna run the Lumberjack skin and instantly 10%
Instantly.
damage bonus.
Yeah, the
Instantly.
Right snuck that one through their patch notes.
Yeah, they
but
forgot-
only some people know about it.
Yeah, they
You
forgot about
exposed
that
it.
one. 490 RP, and you could be doing 10% more damage to any tree in your game.
And
Seems like
Fisher
something they would do.
rounds out their competition with the Ari pick in the mid lane, though.
That's a solid pick coming out of them.
Casio.
As we see the Casio, this is a great pick coming out of Akashi, as it completely annihilates their mobile champions.
With the miasma. And the
Yeah,
poison
it
and the
really
petrified
denies
haze.
what Belveth wants to do, especially when she goes in and puts that
Like
W
burrow.
down.
Yeah, the burrow
Like,
or whatever.
She's unable to move after that, which makes her just a sitting duck.
Yeah, I mean, St. Clair's draft looks pretty good here. They're mobile with the Ezreal, with the Casio. They have frontline with Scion, with the Daisy, with the Alistar.
Good
Their team
disengage.
fighting is looking amazing as Fisher have more of a pick comp with the Ashe and the Ahri. They're going to be looking for that charms, looking for those arrows, looking for those picks. I mean, I think it's going to be a way more exciting game than game one.
I believe so too. I personally am looking forward to the tree versus tree violence here. I'm looking forward to seeing Maddie going and sniping the Maokai's camps early game. That would be awesome. That's something I'm looking forward to. Hopefully we'll be able to see that coming out of St. Clair, but never.
After we saw
Never
the
sure.
Ivern, I was praying to see a Rengar somewhere, even in the top lane. I think
don't know,
it would have been fireworks if that was the case. but
Rengar would have been the content pick
That
for
would've
sure.
been,
It
yeah.
would have been.
I
Would've been
mean,
fun.
if Baker Boy did put a practice onto that Rengar potentially, but I highly doubt it though.
It's something you have to practice and get down very perfectly to play it. It's not really easy to play, but once you get it down, it's very strong.
As we are going to be going into game 2 here, St. Clair Saints versus Fisher College in the NECC Legends Division. Both teams sitting at 1-0. St. Clair with a 1-game lead in this series, as both teams going to opt for the same start, although
Looks like Fisher,
potentially going to
spot
see
on
a
Maddie,
ward coming out
Oh.
of Fisher College here, as they're going to fake
Pick
the ward.
ward.
Although Maddie
No,
knows
did-
they faked it
They
now.
did see it, yeah. But I wanted to make a quick note that both teams do have a good mix of disengage and engage as well.
Yeah, completely.
Yeah. Although I think Fisher's side
Oh,
has-
as they can find them here.
Flash
As we see
pulverize.
Boschetti flashing in on the Alistar, gonna get both summoners out of Rallic here.
Oh
And
my God.
Trouble, though.
Gonna go down here,
First
level
blood
1.
to Akashi. That is not something that Fisher wants to see. The tier start Casio is gonna get a free back here. Oh, it's
No,
not.
I don't think he has time. Minions have already spawned.
I want to know. I want to note something. I don't know why Ari has a corrupting potion.
Yeah, I
I
was
believe
gonna
this
say
start
that.
is never optimal.
I'm pretty sure the optimal start is Dorn's ring.
You could go Doran's ring. I think even Mana Crystal refillable's better,
Not bad.
but yeah,
I've never seen the corrupting.
we'll
pot
have to see
start.
how the corrupting works for Radar in the mid lane here.
Yeah, even though Akashi got the first blood, he can't really utilize that first blood gold until his first reset.
Yeah.
Got a lot of stacks in his tier though. Randomly, just starts lean with 30 tier stacks, which is a plus.
In contrast to last game, Akai does opt to take Cleanse this game against the Ashe.
Yeah.
Smart play from Hakai, able to recognize that, hey, the only way I'm dying here is if I get CC'd by an Ash Arrow and followed up on. So if I take Cleanse, I have 2.5 minutes of invulnerability to this.
I mean, it's also useful
3
against,
minutes.
what is it, Brahm's concussive blows, Malachi's twisting advance,
Ari's
and the
charm.
grasping roots.
As we see
Even
Ari
the Ari
gonna
charm as
take
well.
a bad trade here against Akashi in the mid lane, able to dominate him, push him out of the lane, level 2.
I think one important thing is the ball lane of Fisher. The ADC has 0 sums, so I think Ivern's going to be looking to clear as quick as possible. Go ball lane as they're trading in the top lane.
Yeah, I think that's why the bot lane of St. Clair is opting to let them get pushed into in order for Maddie to be able to gank them.
One thing I want to note here as we pan over to the top lane there is no Lumberjack skin on
No
the Scion.
lumberjack.
Oh,
That's
that's
a
for the
report.
Minus a damage boost for Bakery in the top lane here. As we see a trade coming out, this is
No
gonna be
mana.
a very beneficial trade for Bakery Boy as he's able to push out the Maokai a bit.
As Ivern's hovering bot for like 20 seconds now, but they couldn't pull the trigger with Alistar to find the Ashe. He's gonna back off, clear out the jungle.
Ivern's a bit of a
Baker has to be
wanderer.
careful here, though. Belith is topside at the moment.
Yeah, Bakery Boy needs to be careful here.
Gonna get a ward down, gonna be able to spot out the Belveth coming through the river.
It looks like Maddie and Double the Grey are gonna spot each other as he tries to steal away the Raptors here, and he looks like he might, unless he's already gone.
Did not get the shield pop there.
A pretty calm game so far. You know, Akashi's ahead, and
I would like to see the Ivern just sprint to bot lane. I would
agree.
love to see this.
I completely agree that Ashe with no subs needs to be punished, I feel.
The Belveth won't be there in time, as we see the knock-up gonna be missed by Biscetti here. But St. Clair has the slow push, as we see
We
the
wanna see it
Ivern
done.
is making the run.
Run,
He is
Ivern.
running from one side of the map to the other. He is channeling his inner Lou Gehrig as he is running to bot lane for this play.
I think
Potentially we might see him stop at the Gromp, or we might see him make a dragon play, but I'd like to see a dive come out of St. Clair here.
I think diving this Ashe would have been a really good play. It is pretty risky into the Braum, but I feel like she would fall so far behind if she missed that huge wave. We won't see it. We'll
Yeah,
see
we're
hovering
not
toward
gonna
the
have
mid
it
St.
lane.
Clair's gonna opt for a reset though to spend their gold from
Yeah.
earlier. It looks like both junglers do spot each other though. He doesn't manage to get the steal onto the Raptor though.
He does not get that Raptor.
Bakery Boy has TP advantage now, as he didn't TP back to lane. He just walked it off.
The Baker, man,
And he gets the call again.
he's going to pick up the call item 2 games in a row. He is a scaling genius,
This is
Bakery Boy.
Bowson's Law 101.
He just knows
This
to be a
is
farming line.
Bowson's Law. I would have to agree.
He hasn't died yet, though, so he's not doing it that well.
We are waiting on a good death.
On the good death.
I mean, it'll be Baus Tech when he builds lethality.
Yeah. I mean, we could see it. He hasn't bought any items yet. Maybe we'll see a longsword on the next back.
I don't think.
No.
Looks like Buscetti's
Buscetti
looking for
going
engage.
for the fight
Sees
here.
to double the gray. Opts to disengage us.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Flash coming out of Devil to Grey here, committing to this play. As we see a big scrap going on in the top lane here. Level 6 gonna be pretty close for Bakery here, I want to imagine.
He seems pretty scared, though.
Yeah, Bakery Boy does have an HP
I think
advantage. off the
Bakery
top,
Boy
though.
is gonna get a kill here.
As there's a 4-man bot lane while
he's-
this is
he's
happening.
dead.
Solo
Big
kill top
flash.
lane, kill bot lane, everybody's dying. It's looking amazing
Oh
for
my
St. Clair.
goodness, it's in
4 for 0.
It's a 4 for
oh,
0
no.
coming across the map for St. Clair. As the St. Clair bot lane able to make a play happen with Akashi moving down, blows the flash, but ends up cleaning up 3 kills for that. As we also see the solo kill coming out of Bakery Boy in the top lane.
And now they're moving mid. If Iron finds a stun on this Ahri, whoa, that would have been close to a kill.
It was close. Ivern tried to throw out the little Twizzlers on him there, not able to connect.
Even if Matty did manage to find the route, I don't think he would. They'd still get a kill because Akashi wasn't in range, and he still has the Spirit Rush as well.
Yeah.
Potentially, but blowing that ultimate is always valuable
It's always
for
for
the
later
side of
on.
St. Clair.
Even
Able
the,
to set
even
up
the
any
flash too.
neutral objective. I believe we're going to see St. Clair setting up for this Herald. Potentially we'll see a Dragon play, but I seriously think they're just going to play the Herald.
Yeah, you don't want to give Bel'Veth heralds. Everyone knows that.
We see a 2v2 coming out in the mid lane, 3v3.
3v3.
Biscetti gets a knock up. They're going to have to focus Akashi here. Going to have to burn him down. Akashi still able to stay
There's no
alive,
damage.
getting
No.
the DPS off on the carries.
Braum dies as well, I think, here.
Gonna have the
Did he manage to
knock up
get the
coming in,
stun?
and
Huge
both of them
one.
gonna go down for the one of the side of St. Clair. Biscetti gonna take the fall for the 3-4-1 out of the side of St. Clair.
I mean, the only,
4-0 and 3.
the only kill on
On Akashi.
Fisher is on the Braum, and that's not who you want to have your gold on. Akashi is going to probably have an item when he
He's
backs.
gonna have Rod of Ages on his
Oh, he's
reset.
gonna have
so
Rod. He's gonna have
far
Boots
ahead.
with it.
He's gonna get to
Boots
start.
on the Casio.
Oh, he's playing Castro.
No, he's gonna get to start scaling that Rod of Ages right away.
Yeah.
Usually, you get it roughly around like 10 minutes, right?
He's so
Roughly.
accelerated.
Yeah, he is
Yeah.
able to scale starting at 7 minutes, which is just bad news for the side of Fisher College. They're going to have to make something happen on some side of the map here, as they are losing on all fronts again.
As unfortunately, Bakery Boy does not go for the AD build. He picks up the fire item. I don't even know what it's called.
Bomby Cinder.
Bomb-
Bambi
Cinder.
And he's going to be playing it the safe way, but it's probably the better way.
I do wonder what his mythic is gonna be though.
Bowson is rolling in his grave looking at those items, though.
He's gonna
As we
engage
see
the
an
ball.
engage coming out from the side of Fisher College onto the bot lane of St. Clair. Gonna have the Belveth.
Oh,
Misses
he
the
missed
stun
time just
proc
looking
on
for
the
the
Alistar.
attack, but it doesn't matter anyway.
Still able to pick up the kill is Devil de Grey. Gonna get the flash out of Ralik, though.
They do Calvert trade the pick onto Scotty for Rift Herald, though.
Yeah, and we see Rule 101, Bowson's Law, being put into full effect
proxy.
here as we see the proxy has begun in the top lane.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing Topple can do. His jungle's on the other side of the map.
But they are taking Dragon for it, so it is a good play by Fisher, honestly.
Although Fisher is going to lose all of their top side here. All the pressure they have on the top side of the map is gone.
The Belveth is building into Stridebreaker, if I'm not wrong.
Oh.
Because Ash Arrow misses.
Arrow.
Ash Arrow gonna miss wide. Biscotti potentially thinking about a steal there as there was no smite on the side of Devil the Grey. Not gonna go for it though.
As they can maybe find Ari here. She has ultimate.
She saw a Spirit Rush,
Yeah.
though, however.
As we see another fist fight in the top lane out of Bakery Boy and Topo. This extended trade is almost always going to favor the Scion at this point in the game.
Yeah.
Just because of how his kit works with the scaling HP.
As we see,
That's the Bowson
Bowson's Law.
special.
Oh, no.
Oh! Not going to be able to land that
Losing
ultimate.
advance.
Gets the slow onto the Maokai. Just going to walk this one out, though. Unfortunate turn of events there for Bakery Boy.
Oh,
Gonna
no.
get his
Oh,
ultimate
no.
dodged.
Poor Ash.
Raylick.
Rowlick, no flash, as you remember from the last play. Just going to get CC'd up by the Alistar and the
Oh,
Ivern.
no, it's so
Able to
sad.
survive for now, but here comes
Dip.
Daisy. He's had enough.
This Bakery Boy goes down.
Bakery Boy going down on the other side of the map, but
He is playing Scion.
he's not going to
Yeah, they
be.
can't
This
get
is
the
not
win
going to
into the tower.
transition into any other objective or gold for Fisher College, so it's not the worst. As we see the Rift Herald being put in the bot lane. Going to be interesting to see if they go for this full tower. I don't think they're able to get it.
I think they are. They have a huge wave.
I don't
Nobody's
think so.
anywhere near here.
Yeah, but the tower has so much armor right now because of all the
True,
plates they just
true.
took.
I just want to ask you one quick thing, Ricky, about top lane. What would you think about a Heartsteel rush into the double tank matchup? What do you think if Scion went Heartsteel? Would it be good this game?
I think it is potentially good, but the only reason I wouldn't do it this game is because of the 80 carry pick out of the side of Fisher College. He's going to be running that Blade of the Ruin King, so
Yeah.
you're going to have dead stats on this Heartsteel, just going to be eating more damage. But what I would like to see is a Sunfire into Jack Show
Yeah.
would be the best build this game for the
agree.
Scion.
Just to match all that HP with some resistances as
Yeah,
well.
well, that Jack Show, once you get that stacked, it's
Oh,
so
that's a
hard
kill.
to kill. As we see an Engage coming out on the Ahri, gonna get grounded by Akashi, not able to move, just gonna go down.
I mean, Akashi's so fed, like 3 or 4 E's is just a kill.
Yeah, it's gonna be really hard for Fisher to make any plays happen come these next objective timers, because if Akashi's there, it's a loss for them.
Yeah, even though Radar had as we see it engage onto Sword here, but looks like they won't get anything out of it.
I mean, the turret's about to drop.
Yeah,
so they
they're
might
potentially gonna look for a
They're gonna
play
have to,
here.
They're gonna have to drop it. Oh, looks like
Oh,
we have a
no.
TP.
Oh
no.
no, Belveth is in the wrong place at the wrong time as he's gonna get jumped on by Akashi and Maddie.
lives though.
Oh, looks like
Able
we
to
have
get
TP
away. As
bot.
we see 2 TPs coming in the bot lane, the
Oh.
top laner.
This
gonna
could
get
be
picked
very
off,
bad
though.
for Sinclair.
Oh no, that is Ari coming out of Fisher College.
Oh,
We have
this is
Ivern
hard.
coming in here. This could potentially be turned around by St. Clair Saints. As we see
Teleport
additional
from
TP
Scion.
coming out from the Scion here. If he ults the tower goes down here. I hope he knows that.
looks like Devil the Grey flanking from.
Devil the Grey with the flank. Not going to be able to get the kill on Akashi yet. Still alive in there as he finally goes down. Big kills coming out for Fisher College right now. I believe they're also going to clean up this kill onto Bakery Boy.
They should. There's 5 of them against Scion.
And that is absolutely massive. The Belveth is now accelerated.
Very big play coming out of
Very
Fisher
big
College.
play.
Very good TP coming out of Radar. Able to get that flank on the fight. Able to help clean up the fight.
Yeah.
Not sure what happened there on the side of St. Clair. Just taking bad fight.
I think they just overstayed their welcome.
Yeah,
let's just
not
say.
not aware of their surroundings. Get TP'd on. Hakai goes down early, and they just get cleaned up by the side of Fisher
I
College.
think it was a double TP built by the Maokai and the Ari, and I don't think the Saints were ready for that. They overextended it a little bit because they were ahead, they were feeling themselves, but that's how you lose games. You get overconfident and you just make plays like that, which aren't good. It was well played by Fisher College to instantly collapse as St. Clair get a turret.
And they knew they could make that play
But-
because Akashi didn't have Petrifying Gaze from the last pick that he got from Radar.
Yeah, that made the fight way harder. With that ultimate, obviously, Cassio becomes a way stronger.
Ooh,
Charm
Maddie
does
gets charmed
land.
from Radar.
Matty
Sword
is
falling
actually
up.
in some trouble here. Gonna have to run away from this
But it's
one.
a good bait.
He has no
It's a
flash,
big
though.
bait coming out of Matty as a
Oh,
big
look at this
petrifying gaze
petrifying
over the wall from Akashi, able to stun up 3 people on the side of Fisher College. Matty eventually gonna go down here, but it's gonna be a 3-4-1 on the side of St. Clair. Potentially 2 for 3.
As
Big
they're getting
Boy's
the kill to the
caught
edge.
out though.
Bakery Boy gonna have to make a miracle happen to get out of this one. No ultimate, no flash. If I was him, I would just eat the death here. There's nothing he can do.
See, now this is more the Bowson's Law we were talking about. This
As
is what we're
Rowlick
used to.
gonna disrespect the Scion passive. Never want to do that.
Don't want to do that.
I think Saints, although they got picked off a couple times, they're still in a really good spot with with Akashi being so far
Super
ahead of
far ahead.
Radar.
Although they are gonna drop the second drag of the game here. So Fisher College with a win con moving into the mid game here.
Well, last game it was Akashi and Bakery Boy as the carries. This game it's Akashi and Hakai with Matty, Bakery Boy, and Varsity just supporting them. I mean, if they can protect this Casio, I think she can just do absolutely everything in every team fight.
As we see the Scion able to pick up Mythic. Mythics on every champion on the side of St. Clair, whereas the AD carry and the support of Fisher College still sitting on those component items, not able to pick up a Mythic. As we see a fight coming out here, Biscotti in the mix, getting forced to pop the ulti as the Belveth gonna get stunned up here.
Don't give
Gets
Belveth
focused
a
down
dead.
by the Ezreal,
Nice.
gets the
Doesn't-
kill.
Doesn't get picked. Doesn't get
As we
to pick up
pan over to
Biscotti.
Topo, getting mauled down by the Casio, not able to stay alive for too long against that.
And Fisher, they
Fight still going on in the mid lane as Scion gonna move forward
Oh,
with the
nice
Kai.
play
Big
by
Kai.
flash coming out of Akai, able to hit that Q.
It's a good team fight for St. Clair. I mean, they even though after that bot fight it didn't look good, they are still ahead. As that was just a 4v5. Ash is sitting balling this entire time.
Yeah,
They just want to fight the Herald because you know it helps Belveth so much, but they got overzealous. I
as
think,
we
on
see
that
Rallick here, gonna be in trouble potentially as, oh, maybe not. Oh, shouldn't have
Shouldn't have
W'd.
done that.
Shouldn't have
Poked the bear.
W'd. Shouldn't have poked the bear because he is angry
Gonna hit the
now.
E.
No, I don't think he can go.
Oh, but it was close though. Not able to be a professional bowler today.
I think if he walks up, he can stop the back, but he chooses.
I
not
don't
to.
think. I don't
He
think
doesn't have
he
vision
needs
of
to.
any other Fisher members on the map right now, so he opts out to not do that.
Yeah. As Akashi's on 2 items and he's building the belt, he's gonna be a tanky Casio with a lot of damage.
We have the Rift Herald on the side of St. Clair now. Gonna have to watch where they're gonna make that play with the Rift Herald. As the mid tower is down, so potentially you could see it on the side lane.
Yeah, I think taking a tier 2 on the side lane just for that gold is
It
really
is a
important.
great bonus in gold, but tier 1 mid or tier 2 mid is also very valuable. It does open the map a lot more than a tier 2 on the side would.
I like to note, I like the mythic of choice from Sword here, the Braum. He opts for the Lock of the Iron Solari here.
Yeah.
A lot of AoE from
Not
the
the
side of
most standard pickup from the Braum, but yeah, I do like it. It is a good play. It is a good
Saints does have
pickup.
a lot of AoE with
As Akashi gonna find some damage onto him, but not quite an all-out engage here.
Saints controlling the blue side of or blue jungle side of Fisher though, and they're gonna come in and clear that vision out. But looks like Saints are gonna bush camp, but they are on vision at the moment.
Yeah, they don't know.
They
they're on
aren't
vision.
aware of this. As they're gonna pop the sweeper without clearing the ward, so they have no idea they're
Maokai is
spotted
coming
here.
behind for the ulti, as we can see on the minimap. Maybe they can
Yeah, this
pull a
is
trigger here.
potentially going to be a bad
looking to
play.
engage first, though.
Big
Oh.
engage coming out of Biscotti, but they are getting flanked from every angle here.
Then you take the turret as soon as possible.
Yeah, I'd like
I
to
don't
see
think
the
they can.
Scion drop the passive onto the turret. Nice. Well done by Baker to get that turret out of the way.
Topo's all on his own though. He's gonna get picked off.
This is going to be a huge fight for St. Clair. Able to pick up 3 kills and a tier 2. Potentially going to look to
Top tier
clear
2.
out all of the jungle from Devil to Grey, but there is nothing for them to collect.
They might look for the top tier 2, I apologize, as well here. off
As
that
they are
lane.
going to drop the Herald for this top tier
There
2.
you go. And they're just getting so much gold off this play. They're up
They have,
almost
to,
10k
they have to
gold.
be aware here not to overstay, though. I'd like to see them back off right after they clear up this tower. It would be smart of them to get a recall off here because they don't have any answer for a TP from either of the solo laners from Fisher College.
Because we do have Infernal Drake coming up in a minute and 15. It is an Infernal Rift as well, if I do recall.
I mean, St. Clair are up 9,300 gold at the moment. It's only 18 minutes into the game. That is a crazy amount of gold. I think any fight is a good fight. So I think this next Dragon's going to go to St. Clair pretty easily.
Yeah,
I don't
even
think
though
Fisher can get
even though Fisher have 2 Drakes under their belt, I don't think it matters. Consider how far behind they are.
They were getting Drakes while St. Clair was getting everything else. So,
Yeah.
A little bit of exchange.
yeah.
As you can see, the Casio sitting on 3 items already, as Manamune fully stacked in about 10 spell casts for the Ezreal.
And that's a big spike.
Both of these carries for the side of St. Clair gonna be huge in this next fight, gonna be dealing so much damage.
I mean, 3-item Casio, that is scary.
I really don't like what I'm seeing out of Fisher here. They are leaving a weak spot in the bot lane right now for St. Clair to make a play.
Yeah, I mean, that's only tier 2 standing. And
As
I think
Belveth's
they're-
potentially gonna walk right into St. Clair, not quite.
Baker Boy can defend 1v2 here forever.
Yeah,
He's-
I don't really like that they have their entire bot lane top here. As we see Akashi potentially stepping up too forward here. Maybe
One
not
shot
able to
Ahri.
turn it around.
Oh my.
Blows
Picks
up the
right
Ahri.
there.
Gonna force the Belveth out of there too. As the Maokai dropped the ulti, not gonna get any value out of it.
And the Ash she's just doing
The
nothing.
Ashe is in the middle of nowhere. She can't do
She
anything.
can't do anything to this Ion.
Yeah,
She
ideally,
won't try.
you'd have your ball lane towards the objective you're trying to play towards, but Fisher opts to do the opposite of that, which punishes them
They're
very
looking
hard.
to trade, but there's nothing to trade because we have Bakery in the top lane. He's able to clear these waves out. As
they're
we
going
see a
in.
flash
Oh,
engage
flash
coming out of
back
top
roots.
Hippopotamus onto Maddie on the Ivern. Maddie gonna flash away, drop the Daisy. Not able to get away from this
Nice
one
pick
alive though.
before the Dragon.
Although Hakai doing lots of damage here, potentially gonna look to outplay this. I believe we're gonna see Devil the Great chase here.
Oh, that's a big
the
knockup.
from
I
Devil
don't
the Grey.
I don't see how
I
Hakai
don't
can
think
die
he
here.
can pick off, yeah. TP
Oh,
coming in
big
from
block
Braum.
from the Braum, able to save Topo.
No, it's Ahri actually.
Ari gonna TP in without
oh,
ult.
my, that
my
damage.
Has the ultimate, pops it now. Casio here, able to drop damage on the Maokai. Braum goes down,
Flash.
flashes
Oh,
on the Ashe.
Akashi.
Ashe is unable to do anything into this Casio. Doesn't even hit a single Q, just ease him to death.
Yeah, and just does so much damage. Level 14 Casio, up 3 levels on the Ahri.
As we see the
It's
Casio,
brutal.
10, 1, and 9. Ezreal, 8, 1, and 7. Both of them up 50 CS on their lane opponent.
Just gonna get a free inhib
50
off that.
CS on the top lane as well. As Fisher, their base is starting to crumble, and it's only on St. Clair now to make the
They're
aggressive
gonna lose
moves.
both inhibs, and Baron is up at the moment.
Yeah,
so is Infernal Drake.
I don't think they're going for
I
the
don't think
Infernal
they're going to
Drake.
play for either of them. I think they're going to reset after this
I'm
inhib.
gonna reset, go to Baron. I think give the Dragon, just look to end the game. I think that's the best play
Yeah,
possible.
even if they give this Dragon,
It's not a
It,
big deal.
it
it
won't matter
does
that
give
much,
a
yeah.
win con to the side of Fisher College, but
Will they survive 5 more minutes?
will they live 5 more minutes?
and then
Yeah.
win a team fight or drag? Very low chances.
I mean, you can never say never, right?
That is true.
We have been proven wrong in the past.
What's Akashi building here? What is that?
That is for a stone plate.
Oh my goodness.
This Casio is going to be an absolute juggernaut. He's got HP, he's got mana, he's got resistances, he's got it all right
He's
now.
got an Ivern. Oh my god.
Looks like Akai's about to do some very big damage because he just finished the Surrealism. Surrealism?
Also has that Manamune
Yeah, sorry.
upgrade. He's going to be hitting like a truck.
I mean, we saw it last fight. 1Q. Oh.
St. Clair looks to push out this mid lane. Going to get the aggressive push. Going to clear out the vision topside. Probably going to look for the fight on the Baron.
I don't
Not
think
going
it's
to
gonna be a
opt
fight.
for the Dragon fight. They don't need the Dragon.
No.
As St. Clair going to clear out all the vision that Fisher College has just placed and probably look to start up the Baron here.
I think there's a 0% chance it gets stolen. Like anyone who
Well,
watches.
Belveth is at jungle. She's at
She's
the
at
Dragon.
Dragon. And Bakery Boy just spotted
Bakery Boy's
spot
gonna
Devil
kill
the
her,
Grey,
no?
though.
Bakery Boy, he said, you know what? This is my Dragon. I don't know why you're here. As he's going to take the 2v1 at the Dragon Pit.
Soon to be 3v1.
To be honest,
They're
if
gonna end
I
the
was
game.
Bakery Boy, I'm TPing to the base here,
You
and
should-
I'm just
you
ending the
should've-
game.
to
I'm
stall them
stopping the
here.
backs.
Yeah.
Stop the backs. You win.
Yeah, he's not in a position to stop backs
That's all he has to
anymore.
do.
Oh, he has the flash. He can stop all these backs.
As we're going to see the TP coming out from the Maokai back to the base here. Belveth not going to get the recall off.
Oh, Radar,
Radar
gets
needs
popped.
the flash ult out of the way. Able to get away from that one.
Forces the Spirit Rush and the
The
Flash. from
Braum
Radar.
running a little behind here, just getting chunked out by Cassiopeia.
There's a Scion.
As a Scion coming
No
in.
special.
No
Oh,
special.
missed it.
But he missed it. The failed special.
Glacier Fissure gonna come out of the sword, but nothing will come of it.
Skitty gonna get the engage on the back line of Fisher College as Fisher College fighting for their lives in this fight. They're all low. Going down is the jungle, is the top lane, and the support of Fisher College. As St. Clair looking to finish this game. Bakery Boy,
That's what I like to
he's
see.
had enough.
That's what I like
Bowson's
to
Law
see.
fully engaged at the end, goes into the Nexus, stamps his name on this game, and that is a clean 2-0 coming out from your St. Clair Saints.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much to say. It was just a clean 2-0, absolute domination. Akashi double-digit kills in both games, absolutely dominating in the mid lane. Hakai in that second game on the Ezreal absolutely popped off. As we said, the Ezreal in the right hands is quite a scary champion, and St. Clair take the 2-0 in convincing fashion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was not ready for that game to be that fast. I thought Fisher started off this game really well. They were able to match some plays early game, but as Casio started getting rolling, it was very hard for Fisher to make any proactive plays on the map. They were always on the back foot of every play. They were maybe trading 1 kill for 4 or 3. It just felt really hard for Fisher to play after about 10 minutes. So, well done to Fisher for trying, but shout out to the Saints. They played awesome League of Legends today. They really only made maybe a handful of mistakes
One
in 2
mistake
games.
maybe in that ball lane. Other than that, I can't think of anything.
What do you think, Tommy? How do you think
Yeah.
the Saints played today?
All the gold that Akashi just got so early on just snowballed them so far ahead into the game that they just didn't have a chance to do anything.
Pretty much exactly what I was saying too. I mean, Fisher, they have a strong lineup. They've always had a strong lineup. It seems they weren't able to get the motions going today. Not sure what happened on their end, but I know that they're a strong team, so we're looking forward to seeing what they can do moving forward. However, Saints going to be 2-0 moving forward in the NECC Legends division. Well done to the Saints.
And the Saints look very strong. They look insanely strong. I think they're going to be one of the top teams this season. Really exciting to watch. If they play like this, they're going to be one of the top teams in the whole league.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to what they can do moving into next semester. But, like I said, there's so much time between now and then. Anything could happen.
I mean,
Teams could get better. Teams could get worse. You never know.
I mean, we're only going to get better as well, which is crazy considering
Yeah.
how well we played now. All right. With that being said, we're going to... Okay, never mind. As I've been said.
We're going to have a interview coming
Yeah.
in soon, as I've heard.
Yeah.
From everybody's favorite mid laner.
Everyone's favorite mid laner, Akashi, is going to be joining you guys on broadcast. So I'm going to pass it off to Akashi. He is going to come on stream and say his thoughts on this series.
Welcome, welcome, our little superstar.
Hello, hello.
How's it going, Akashi? How do you feel after that game?
Yeah, I feel good. I feel good. This is my second official this week, and it went well. I was expecting way more performance from Fisher team, but the games were pretty decent.
Well, what do you think of the Ziggs matchup in the first game as Azir? I don't know if you warmed up for that one, but that was quite an interesting matchup.
I mean, Ziggs normally counters Azir, but picking Ziggs versus me, like, it's pure disrespect, you know? Like,
Just a little bit.
I know, like, you think, like, Akashi, we just need to wave clear, we just need to stall him, we just need... But no, I'm just gonna make
No,
plays.
you're just gonna go in.
Yeah,
go
I'm
in
just
hard.
gonna go in.
And that's you dropped double-digit kills in both games, absolute stomping the other mid laner. How do you feel?
I just feel like I want to play more games, but with the main Fisher team.
Yeah, I mean, it was quite an exciting matchup. We thought it was going to be closer, but you guys absolutely stomped. How's the preparation for this game?
I mean, it's pretty standard. Just scrims, just the communication drills, like just normal stuff, you know? Nothing advanced.
Well, it was quite a amazing performance, Akashi. It was fun to see you play. You know, back in action, new season, new team. Everyone's excited. How are you feeling for the season? How do you guys think you guys are going to do?
I mean, I didn't come back from Arabian League to lose, you know? I'm aiming for the top 1, and we still got a lot to improve, you know?
Yeah, hopefully the team gels well together. Hopefully we get to see much more of this team play together and make a really deep run in the playoffs. It's been exciting to watch these first few weeks and excited forever. And yeah, thanks for your performance. All right. With that being said, thank you, Akashi. Thanks for the performance. We're going to take it to a break. And yeah.
think that's it for today, actually.
Pardon?
Pretty sure.
Oh, we got replays. All right, let's see some replays. I'm down to see some replays. Let's break down some replays.
Is Rick's gonna slide back in?
As you know, that was a fun little series. We thought it was gonna be more competitive, but
Yeah, I mean, my predictions coming into the series was 3 games. Maybe a little overzealous. I was hoping for the best out of both teams, but not too upset with the outcome. Hey, not too upset with that outcome. This has been a wonderful stream for the Saints.
we still got replays. I think.
Do we have replays?
Pretty sure.
Oh, okay. So today is going to be a wrap as Saints going to move to 2-0 in the NECC Legends Division. I have been Eric Ricky LaFleur Moffat, joined by Theodore the Holy Juan on my far left and Tommy Nakatagan in the middle. And we are going to be sending it off for the night. Thank you, St. Clair fans, for joining, as we will see you next time.
Follow all the socials as well. See you guys.